Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel, or welcome if you're new. I'm the Average Simmer, and in today's video we are building a house. I almost said making a sim. No, we're building a house for my series, the alphabet build series. So the letter that we're the shell for this letter is the C letter, and I decided to have 2 floors for this because I made the C really small and there wouldn't have been enough space for an entire house if I just had it on 1 floor. And I could have made the letter bigger, but I just didn't want to risk losing the shape that I had, because I don't really know. I was trying to get a good C shape. I don't know, I just wanted to have 2 floors. So I kind of went for a Victorian style. I don't really know any what styles are called, but you'll see how it looks. I do end up changing the color of these windows, and I really like how this turned out. It's kind of like a mini mansion, and I'm really proud of the lake that I built in the at the side of the house, which you'll see near the end. And I use these windows that kind of have a cool glass on them. Don't know what they're called. And then on the sides I just used single tile windows with shutters. And the roofing was kind of looks weird, but I just keep this roofing anyways. And this is probably one of my favorites that I've done from this series, but of course I haven't done too many. I've just done 3, and I realized I'm basically, if there's about 4 or 5 weeks in a month, and I upload one of these each week, so it's going to take a whole bunch of months before I'm even finished with the alphabet, because we'll basically just do 4 letters a month. So yeah, it will take a lot of months before we're actually finished this series. So I feel a lot of the letters are going to have a similar shape to this. The A had a similar shape, but it was longer. It had this similar U kind of shape. U will have that similar shape. A lot of builds that I'm going to do will have a similar shape like this, because a lot of letters are curved, and I can't really do curves in the Sims with walls, so I have to make them angular. So yeah. And this turned out really small. I can never get the sizing of my builds right. It's always too big or too small. So this build was really small, and I had to just try and squeeze everything in here. And I don't really know which room is my favorite. I think maybe the master bedroom is my favorite. I also like the kitchen. I like what I did with the cabinets, but the kitchen is really small. Everything is just really small in this build because the shell is really small. And I went for lots of blacks and browns for this build, because I thought that those looked well together. And I kept it on the side of the lot, on the corner, because I wanted to have a nice wavy pathway to it. And then at the end I realized that I was building this entire thing wrong, so I built it in the wrong direction, so I just quickly go and flip it. Also, I'm not including screenshots at the end. Sorry about that. I just don't really like taking screenshots. I just take screenshots for the thumbnail, and that's it. And they're not really that great of screenshots to show at the end, so I'm not showing any screenshots at the end. Also, I added these window boxes, which I really like how they look. I don't know if it's too many window boxes, but I just really like how window boxes look. So yeah, I use this really expensive flooring. I think it's one of the most expensive floorings in the game, because I just thought it looked really fancy, and I sort of wanted to go for a fancy vibe. This also took multiple days, so you'll see some weird clip transitions. And then here is when I realized that I forgot to keep a dining room or a place to eat. So then I decided maybe I just squeeze some bar stools here, but then if I kept bar stools, your Sims wouldn't be able to walk through, so I ended up not keeping keeping that bar there, and I just kept it as like normal counters. And then I have a dining room on the other side of the house. It's like kind of a long walk, but the house is pretty small, so it's not really that long of a walk. And it's right beside the living room, so I don't know if it's like really that good to walk like so long. I don't know. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I could have kept the kitchen on the other side because there's more space, so I could have had the kitchen and dining room, and then here I could have had the living room. So I should have probably done that, but I didn't. So yeah, we've just got now a kitchen that's farther away from the dining room. So here's what I did with cabinets. You'll see at the end, like here at the end of the cabinets, I kept this really long cabinet, and I like how that looks. And especially since I kept like these shorter cabinets on top of the counters, above the counters, I mean, it like feels a bit more realistic that they'll have some extra storage space there. Also, this bathroom, I like squished it a lot in this like tiny space because I was trying to like fit the toilet, the sink, and the shower all in that tiny space. And I really wanted to use these doors. I really like these doors, but they're 2 panels, and a lot of times I only have like 1 tile for doors, especially in like these kind of builds where I make the space too small. So I ended up switching out the doors for like smaller 1 tile doors. And I gave them this like really cheap TV because I like sort of thought that it might be an older kind of house, but then I end up keeping a computer anyways, so that doesn't really make any sense anymore. I tried to squish these 2 like sofas here, and I kept a lamp there. And I think my least favorite part about this is probably the dining room. I just don't really like it, and it was like hard trying to find a balance between because I wanted a black dining table, but then I also wanted like it to match the rest of the place, which was all brown, and I don't know, it just doesn't really match that well, and it feels kind of out of place, and I don't like the dining room that much. It's not even really a dining room, it's just like a dining area, I guess. And I wanted to keep a runner here, but instead I keep a runner upstairs. I do keep like a tiny rug in front of the sink for your feet. And here I changed the stairs. Also, one thing that I wish like we could do like that was easier is finding matching like railings and staircases. Not railings, finding matching railings and fences, because like a lot of times I'm always super confused and trying to like really hard to find matching railings and fences. So instead of using a fence, I actually just used a half wall, which I also like. And see, here's the master bedroom. Once again, this was really small, so I had to like squeeze in the nightstand, and there wasn't space for 2, so on one side I just kept a lamp. And here I'm keeping a dresser, and once again I really had to squeeze it in because this area was so small. One thing that I realized just now is that I forgot to keep a rug in here, so my bad. I really like that plant that I keep there. Sometimes it like fits my builds really well, that plant, and sometimes it doesn't fit my builds at all. Also, I decided to shrink this nightstand down because it just felt a little too big next to that small bed. So then I used the OSMP shelf to like put the lamp on top of the what's it called, nightstand. Yeah, to put the lamp on top of the nightstand because otherwise it would be floating. And I also kept this dresser here, and I kind of like I kept a like I was imagining that this person was into music or just like was really good in school or something, because I kept a few musical kind of like paintings, and I also kept this violin, yeah, and I just kept a school project because I just thought it would look nice, I guess. Here I'm keeping the half wall. I don't really know if I like this wallpaper anymore. One thing that I don't like about this wallpaper is that when I put like the paintings, they look kind of off because they're on top of the wooden part and the painted part. And there's the computer. I think I used that computer instead of an even more modern computer because I felt that was like the most oldest kind of looking computer. There are some other like older looking computers, but those are kind of ugly, so I didn't really want to use them. I didn't notice this long pause. Don't know what I was doing there. So for the bedrooms, I decided to change the wallpaper because I just wanted to add a little bit more color to this build because it was a lot of like neutrals of browns and blacks. I used a lot of expensive paintings. I don't actually know how much this costs, but it will be on my gallery. I'm really late on posting things to the gallery because I don't want to post it straight away when I upload, because sometimes I might make like a sim a week in advance, and then like I don't want to upload the sim before I've uploaded the YouTube video, but then like I don't want to go back in the game each time that I upload a video because I upload videos a lot. So I just like wait for a while, and then like after a while I upload a bunch of my sims and builds all at once. Like I did that today. When I'm recording this, I uploaded so many things all at once, so sorry to anyone who follows me on the gallery, although not too many people follow me on the gallery. But if you want to, my origin ID is linked down below. And here's the part that I'm most proud of, this little lake that I built. What I think I'm going to do is probably save this as a room, because I spent a long time on this, so I might want to like add it to another build that I do, although I doubt I will, because then it will look kind of similar to this, and I don't really want it to look similar. I don't know, but I kept like these rocks all around the fountain, and it's a fountain, not a pool, so your sims won't like go in and start swimming here. Although I'm pretty sure they won't be able to jump in because there is like a bunch of landscaping around the pond. It's not really a pond, it's a fountain. You could probably keep like fountains like in here. I didn't keep any, but you could. I also kept these like lily pads and stuff inside, like on top of the water, and I changed the color to this more like dirty kind of looking water, I guess. So yeah. And I don't really build these kind of ponds too much, because most of my builds I feel like are a little more modern. They're not really modern, I don't know, I just don't really have like these kind of ponds too much, because I want to like just make the house bigger and have actual space, like things for my sims to do. Like that pond, it's not functional at all, it's just there for decoration. I also kept these really big trees here, and we're actually getting closer to the end. So thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed, don't forget to leave a like and some comments down below, and if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you never miss an upload. And thank you so much for watching. I'll see you all next time. Bye everyone.